Zach?
What? Where? How did you get here?
I just fell out of the sky. What just happened?
But didn't we go through different doors?
Yeah.
But I swear you were, but how did you?
Did the doors just lead to the same spot?
What the hell is it? What? I need to lay down. I'm going fetal, Joey. I'm going fetal. Help me, please.
Zach.
Zach. Okay.
Hello, everybody. Zach, wake up. We're doing a podcast where we dig deep on your favorite video games.
Shit, that's now?
Yeah, I'm Joey.
Oh.
I'm Joey.
I'm Zach.
Yes, and you're Zach. And today we're doing
I'm confused.
Mario Bros. 2 again. World 4.
Yes. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Yes, okay. Let me just give myself a little slappy on the face. Great, thank you for that, Paul. That was definitely... I didn't mean to slap myself with a wet tentacle, but you know what? You gotta use what you gotta use.
Challenging
You're
him.
right. I appreciate it. He's up for the task. But yes, we're on World 4 now, I believe, right?
Yes. The Ice
Beautiful.
World.
Oh, my favorite.
Classic.
You know
There's always an Ice World.
Because you know what comes with Ice Worlds? Ice physics!
Yay!
Yay! And by yay, I mean god damn it.
Doesn't fail.
It's obligatory in all of these games because they can't think of a good way to incorporate a snowy environment without me wanting to chuck my goddamn console out the window. So yes, we are in an ice world. There is ice physics. So basically, in case you crawled out under a rock or have never played a game with an ice physics engine in it, which I would doubt considering you're listening to our podcast, because I'm sure everybody who listens to it has played a bajillion hours of video games.
Yeah.
And if you haven't, welcome. It's nice to meet you. My name is Zach, and guy's Joey, and we already said that.
Yeah.
God damn it.
That's cool.
I didn't mean to make it awkward.
It wasn't until you just did.
Damn it! It's always when you say it's awkward that it makes it awkward.
That's it.
That's a good rule of thumb.
Mm-hmm.
Take that into your life, guys. If it's awkward, don't mention that it's awkward. Just move on.
Pro tip.
Either way.
Nothing is awkward except this right now.
Nothing is awkward. Everything is accepted. Except things that are not accepted by law. Do not break those. But yes, I got really off track. Ice physics. So just in case, again, summarization basically means when you're moving, it takes a long time for you to build up to your normal running speed, and it takes a long time for you to slow down to a complete stop.
Yeah, that's basically it.
So for a platforming game, it really pushes the envelope in terms of the timing that you need to do for jumps and how you need to manage short hop platforms and enemies that are there. It adds a new dynamic to the platforming.
Yeah.
Which I'm not wholly averse to.
Right.
It's just not my favorite.
Yeah, it's not really a game dynamic, more as like a controller dynamic, I guess.
Exactly. It's not a thing that is specific to platforming games even. Tons of other games have it too. Mostly platforming games is where it's make the biggest impact, of course, but I think there are better ways to increase challenge than doing that.
Yeah.
I also don't like losing control in video games. I like being in complete control.
That's the point.
You're right. Damn it all. I need to learn to let go. Paul, do the sound effect of me letting go. No, that's the song from Frozen. Don't. Paul, we're going to get sued. Do a different one. That's better. Anyway.
Thanks for keeping Zach happy, Paul.
I appreciate that. Anyway, we keep moving through here, and there's a rocket ship in the ground.
Yeah, what? Why? This is the most random thing I've ever seen.
This is the what? It literally comes out of nowhere. It makes no sense in the theming of the game either.
I know, it's the ice world. Why? It doesn't... No.
It doesn't even take us to space. It takes us up to, like, a cliff, and then it explodes. Like, what?
I don't get it. Why isn't, like, the fire melting the ice also?
But I'm so confused.
They probably, like, made it. Like, some guy programmed it. It's like, look what I did. I made a rocket ship. And then they're like, where do we put it?
I 100% believe that. I bet you're right. They thought at one point they were going to be doing a one in space.
Yeah.
And then they had the one intern build like a space model or like a rocket model to send you off to space. And they're like, no, we're actually scrapping the space idea. It's like, but I made it. I made it a rocket ship.
It looks cool.
And like, fine, we'll put it somewhere. Where do we put it? I don't know. What about the goddamn ice world? That's a good idea, Jim. You're promoted.
Sold.
Sold to that guy with the best ideas ever. Anyway,
did you call him?
It makes
Joel?
no sense. I did. Did I?
I don't know.
Good job, Joel. You get a raise. Unless if you're actually named Joel and you're listening to this podcast, go talk to your boss about getting a raise. Tell them that we told you that it's okay. They will totally oblige you.
Yeah, Extreme said it's cool, so...
Yeah, just tell them Extreme said it's cool, and then they'll look at you very confused for like a moment, and then they'll realize, oh, you're fired, Joel.
And then you could be like, don't forget to write it down.
As you steal everything in there and run out. Anyway, it makes no sense from a theming perspective what's going on here.
No.
It's so random. Like, I get random for the sake of random, but like, when you're trying to build worlds that are previously up to this point, building worlds based on a certain environment type, like you have the desert world with pyramids and cacti, and that's fine. That makes sense. Snakes are in the desert, sure. But like, it random for the sake of being random only makes sense if the game up until that point is abiding by that.
Right.
Like if in the desert world there's like an igloo.
Yeah. If it's
like,
yeah.
you can't just be random for the sake of being random without having that randomness expectation set. Otherwise it just seems like you threw it in there.
Yeah. Which they probably did.
Either way, Joey, there's one thing about this level that I'm a big fan of, and do you know what that is?
No boss?
There's no boss!
Yes! I'm so good at guessing.
It's like we're on the same...
Lecterkin.
Nailed it!
Apples?
The same apples, you got it. Apples make the
How do you like
the doctor
them
go away.
pages?
Okay, fantastic. So yeah, there's no boss in this. It's just a gauntlet of enemies and platforming obstacles, which thank the Lord.
Yeah.
It's so good to have that. It's like they listened. I know this game was made like 25, 30 years ago almost.
Shit.
Actually 30 years ago exactly, I think.
Oh my god.
But I think they listened to our previous episode's podcast, re-released the game, and then gave me a copy of it. And then they were like, here, dude, we heard your feedback from a week ago. Here, we made this for you.
Imagine. That'd be sweet.
That would be awesome. But it would be That's that's so self-centered of me to think that. But either way, doesn't the world revolve around me? I think it does. Anyway, I'm very happy that there are no Birdos at the end of this stage.
Yes.
And it's a great way to introduce a new cool enemy, like a giant mobile bullet fire spitter thing.
Yeah, true.
That is a shit name. Maybe you can come up with a better one?
Not the giant mobile spinner fire spitting thing?
Giant mobile spitting fire thingy.
The gift.
The G-Smiths. The G-Smiths.
The G-Smiths.
Doesn't really roll off the tongue, does it? If you guys have a better name for that thing, you should send it to us in an email at itstheextreme@gmail.com. That's itstthexstream@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you.
It's the extreme.
Oh, you want to move on?
Yes.
All right. Moving on to World Level 2.
Yes.
But before we do that, let's do a musical break. Pop on a musical break. Welcome back.
Hey.
It's time to talk about World 4-2.
Yes.
And the first thing that I want to talk about is I'll put an echo here.
Dodge Gauntlet!
Dodge Gauntlet.
Do you remember the 5 Ds of Dodge Gauntlet?
Don't dodge dicks. Dumb
You're
dame.
that. I appreciate your commitment to the 5.
I'm sorry about
Don't-
if it offended anyone.
Don't dodge dicks, dirty dancer. Yes, that's the 5 Ds. Write that down. It's going to be on the quiz later. Anyway, let's talk about the Dodge Gauntlet for realsies.
Yes.
So, ice physics are used to basically amplify the danger presented by these flying enemies that are coming in from the right.
This part is kind of fun.
It flows actually pretty well if you understand how ice physics work in congruence with what might be coming.
Yeah.
What do I mean by that? Like I said, the enemies are coming in from the right side, and with the ice physics, you don't stop on a dime. So what you feasibly could do is like duck and slide under enemies, do like jumps over enemies. It kind of, if you know what you're doing in terms of being kind of acclimated to the ice physics engine, or just being, acclimated to platformers in general, this whole segment could actually be a lot of fun. It allows for like segments with like where quick reflexes are needed to get through, and without it really being unfair.
Yeah.
So I think this is actually a really good way to implement ice physics into a level without it seeming like it's just there to be there.
Right. There's kind of like a point to it.
Yes. It's not just there to be harder. It's there to amplify an existing challenge that you have been through before. Because we've seen enemies that fly at you from the right before, but adding in the added wrinkle of the ice physics is just, you've already been conveyed the difficulty of the first part and the ice physics from World 1, so it works well together.
Yeah.
So good job. Yeah. You get a good job sound effect from Paul. Sure, that maybe was a good one. that maybe did. You know what?
Good job.
Good is in the eye of the subjective beholder. I'm not talking about beholders from D&D. You guys get it? I made a reference to Dungeons and Dragons. Anyway, let's keep going. The whale in this level, on the other hand, is absolutely terrifying.
The whale?
The whales. There's whales in this level.
Yeah,
There's whales.
There's whales.
At least I believe there are whales. They're just goddamn terrifying. I wish I could show you what they look like, but this is an auditory medium. So, Paul, I'm going to leave that up to you. How can you describe in sounds the terror that is this whale? That was actually a pretty good way of putting it. I thank you, Paul. You did a really good job. I hope you guys now have a better understanding of how goddamn terrifying this whale is. And on top of the whale being there, there's grass blades on the whale.
Yeah, what?
With things in the whale?
Is that like
How?
a whale that's also the ground?
How? Game, I'm with you on a lot of things here, and I'm willing to suspend disbelief on a lot. But how does a turnip grow in a whale?
It's Mario.
No, I refuse. You know what? That Mario logic can go a long way.
How's a turnip
Not
grow?
with whales.
Yeah.
Not with whale turnips.
But
Not with whale turnips.
But like turnip spaceships are okay.
None of it's okay. I'm so upset with this world, but also at the same time, I'm very okay with it. It's a weird, complicated relationship I have. Anyway, okay, let's talk a little bit about some good things that I found in the stage.
Okay.
How's that?
Yeah.
It's kind of cool that you can't move past these water walls, not wonder walls, water walls. And then eventually, by combining those with roaming enemies, it is a good way to increase difficulty on a mechanic that you've implemented that actually makes sense in the game world. So I'd say that's a good one. Good job.
Good one. Yeah.
But can I talk about a bad thing that I saw now?
Okay.
So you climb a cliff littered with grass, and the last goddamn grass blade has a potion in it. So, assuming you're a person who's been playing this game the way it's intended, you picked up every single goddamn grass blade up until that point.
Yeah.
So, when you throw down the potion, there's absolutely zero benefit to going into that parallel world because all of the goddamn grass blades are gone.
Yeah. This game is
So you don't
meant
get it-
for replayers.
Yes, like you know that the grass blade is at the end. Then you can go back and not take all the goddamn grass blades and get all the bonus coins. But assuming you're playing this for the first time, you would have no way of knowing that.
Yeah.
So there's absolutely zero benefit since all the grass is gone.
Goddamn grass being gone.
Never thought I'd say this, but I wish the weeds were back.
Yeah.
All right. I've been good. I've been bad. What if we did something in the middle?
Okay. Something
Okay.
average?
Something okay.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So you need to cross a spike pit, but it's not quite made clear how you do it. Mm-hmm. There is a potion near the edge of the spike pit, so you think maybe you can go into the parallel world and you not take damage, and you're supposed to cross it that way, but that's kind of the wrong assumption. You'll lose a life that way. But you also have one of those fire spitter mobile things that you can actually just ride on. And you cross it that way, but it's not really conveyed that is your best option.
Yeah.
So,
I guess, like
it's kind of cool that it teaches you that you can do that.
it doesn't really teach
over.
you, but it's not that unobvious either. It's
conveyed, but it's like the plan B. You know? And the game sets it up to think that grass blade and going to the parallel world is the way you're supposed to do it just because of how it's set up. Mm-hmm. But it's a red herring because it's not. But then you realize the only other thing you can do is there's that enemy that is moving, and you know that being on top of enemies doesn't hurt you, and that spikes don't hurt enemies.
Yeah.
So it's a weird mix of bad conveyance and okay conveyance. So it just makes it like a meh.
Yeah.
It just makes it meh. You agree?
I'll agree with that.
Okay. But you know it's just the shit cake is we went back to having a Red Birdo boss.
Yeah, but if you get the star there, then you could just kill the Birdo with the star.
Yeah, but we were going in such a good direction before with, the gauntlet of enemies and platform being the boss. They should have just stuck with that.
Yeah.
Why did they go back to the crutch? Paul, I need to cool down. Can you put in a quick break for us real quick? I need to cool down. I'm very meh. Welcome back.
All right. Hey.
Now I went from feeling meh to feeling okay.
Okay.
Or as Donkey Kong would say, I'm feeling okay. Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about the last level in World 4 here, 4-3. So,
yeah.
Starts off. God. Do you want to start us off here quickly?
All right. So we go into this door, and there's a Birdo.
There's a Birdo.
And that's it.
Yes, that's it. There's a Birdo and then a giant precipice. So here's what you have learned previously in encountering Birdos. Number 1, we need to kill it. Number 2, we kill it with eggs. Number 3, we need to kill it. So, abiding by the rules, you take it down, and then you expect something to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing happens.
Nope.
Not a thing. So you go over to the other side, nothing there. You go back, and Birdo has respawned.
Ah.
So, you may at this point very well look at a walkthrough because you think maybe my game is glitched because I'm following the rules that you have set forth by me throughout the past worlds and how I deal with Birdo enemies.
Yeah.
Or you take a leap of faith, literally, and ride the egg over the precipice.
Like,
you
let's
would
see if this kills us.
Yeah,
kind of
like,
thing.
you have literally nothing to lose, except if you die, there's no continues. I mean, you go right back to the beginning of the game. So you're literally taking a leap of faith here by riding on that leg. And there gives you no indication that that's what you should be doing. But
Yeah.
it turns out that's what you're supposed to be doing.
I could never have guessed.
Right? They would never have guessed that. That's never what anything every encounter with Birdo, we're supposed to take them down. This particular encounter, you're supposed to work with it?
Know what I would have done? I would have just like killed Birdo and then have it respawn and then just keep killing it. Like, my first thought would be maybe I have to kill it like 10 times.
Right? No, I mean, that's not a stupid assumption because the game has taught you up to that point that your only way to interact with this thing is to take it down, kill it. It doesn't give you it's never given you any kind of understanding that you can interact with this enemy in this way.
Mm-hmm.
So it's completely understandable that that's what you would do. Anyway, the leap of faith is correct. You're supposed to ride the egg over the precipice into, oh boy, vertical platforming with ice physics. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Why? Oh, no, wait. Sorry. It can get worse. Vertical platforming, ice physics, and a goddamn Phanto chasing you.
Oh, yeah. Phantos. Gotta love him.
Oh, why? Like, why? Why? Why would you combine three things for the worst reason?
I think they just, like, are fucking with you. That's
Because,
it.
I mean, the vertical platforming in itself is not executed well, considering the screen needs to pan every time you go up or down. And then on top of that, if you can't stop on the dime, then you're gonna fall, and then it's gonna make you go down again. And it's just frustrating for the sake of being frustrating.
They just want to get you angry. That's it.
They wouldn't like me when I'm angry. I write very bad reviews on Yelp when I'm angry. What, did you expect me to do something else? No, I'm a goddamn human being. I haven't been hit with gamma radiation.
I'm just gonna write a blog about it.
I'm gonna write a very nasty blog about it and be very passive aggressive. You watch my passive aggression. Either way. Then we're basically at the boss at this point. Of the boss of World 4, which is a Fry Guy. A Fry Guy. Yeah, I don't know why I said it like that, but it's a Fry Guy.
Is that what it's called?
Yes, it's called Fry Guy.
Yeah.
Not with, like, the singing, but it just sounds like it's a name that's meant to be sung, you know?
Fry Guy.
Sounds like a David Bowie song or something.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Fry Guy. I don't know why he became like a Beatle, but Modern Fry Guy. Okay, never mind. Moving on. But
Taking down the Fry Guy. Okay, right.
Okay, but yeah, let's talk a little bit about Fry Guy, and then we'll go into an internet backstory. Not yet! Paul, don't play the music. We're gonna get there in a second. Jeez. You're really on top of it. I get it. I love it. Fantastic, but hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some Fry Guy up in it. So it flies around the screen, dropping fireballs. And then after you hit it about 3 or so times, it eventually disperses it into 3 smaller fry guys. And then every time you take out one of them, the remaining fry guys will jump and move faster.
Mm-hmm.
Until it, is moving very, very quickly. And then after it's done, it's done. And then goodbye.
Goodbye, fry guy. Goodbye, fry guy.
But now we move into a quick internet backstory.
Internet backstory.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fry guy. All right. Wart gave life to this entity, which is created from fire. He spits fireballs when he is mad. That is the direct quote from the instruction manual.
Wow.
In the Super Mario Super Coon, Anime Coon, Fry Guy and his minions attempt to cook Mario in a soup, but Toad and Birdo arrive by breaking through the sky, riding on a whale. The whale then flattens Fry Guy and his minions.
Wow.
Just take that all in for a moment. Fry Guy is trying to cook them in the soup. Then Toad and Birdo break through the sky riding on a whale. And then the whale flattens the sentient fire monster.
All normal things.
All normal things. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's completely normal. Why do you guys think it's not normal? Just let this happen, okay? Stop questioning the logic.
You don't flatten fire on a daily basis?
Yeah, I did it recently, and now my hand is scarred for life. Anyway, that's all I got for Fry Guy for Super Mario Bros. 2.
Internet backstory. Cool.
And I think that's all we have time for today. I know we were going to try and run through 2 levels at once, but there was just too much to talk about.
Yeah, this game is just out of hand.
It's dense with things I need to complain about. And as a heterosexual white male, I feel entitled to telling people how they are wrong.
Yes. Especially when it comes to video games.
I'm just kidding about the heterosexual white stuff. Anyway, you don't even know what I am unless you follow us on Instagram. But yeah, that leads us into our Instagram. Thank you guys so much for listening. I love you. Please don't hate me for dumb jokes that I make. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. Joey, I think, really appreciates it too, but I'm not going to speak on his behalf. He is a grown man.
No, fuck everybody. No, I'm just kidding. I love you.
But yeah, if you guys want to get in touch with us, feel free to reach out. We have an email address, obviously. It's theextreme@gmail.com. That's ITSTHEXSTREAM@gmail.com. Where we'd love to hear from you. If you have any suggestions about things you'd like to see us do in the future, because again, this isn't just our podcast, it's yours too. So if you want to help us grow, tell your friends about us. It's the best way that we can grow this podcast with you is word of mouth.
Yes.
And if you have any suggestions for games you want us to look for in the future, feel free to send us an email and we'll put that in the queue. Either way, right. We have, if you just want to look up all of our stuff online, like all at the same time, seriously, just go to Google, type in It's the Extreme, all one word, and you'll find our Instagram, our Facebook, our Twitter, our website. Yeah, we got a website. Come check it out. We got some cool stuff on there, and we'd love for you to take a look.
Yes.
Either way, Joey, I think we're at an impasse here.
What?
There seems to be 3 doors.
Huh.
Okay, we're not going to fall for this again. But hold on, before we do that, what if we checked behind them first before we jumped in blindly?
Okay, alright.
Alright, so let's see what's behind door number 1.
Okay.
What was that?
I don't know.
Okay, we're not
Back
going in
away
there.
slowly now.
Yeah. Let's just check maybe door number 2 will be a little less weird.
All right. Nope.
Nope, that was just as weird.
No.
That was equally weird.
What?
What?
Okay.
No. Whatever that is, just burn it with fire. Okay. God. I'm afraid to look at door number 3. Do we have to look?
Can
we just jump in? Can we just jump into door number 3 and assuming that it's going to be like anything's better than doors 1 and 2?
Yeah, probably.
All right. How about we just close our eyes, hold hands, and jump? You ready?
This is nice.
Yeah, your hands are really cold. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.